Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Nerd Chronicles, which hosts a socially awkward nerd, Christian Paul speaking. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to dig much further into the Looksmaxxing craze with one particular Looksmaxxer that's the face, arguably the self-proclaimed Looksmaxxing king, Pseudo Alpha Guru, Mr. Braden Peters, aka Clavicular.
Okay. It's like needles all fucked up.
Jeff Epstein just tipped $4. Yo, my nigga, I hear you got the plug for those fresh Stacy's. Hit me up, nigga. I'm chilling here in Tel Aviv if you ever want to party.
Dude, I can already see Eclipse. Clav injects meth on a... think they're going crazy.
Chat, we're Looksmaxxing her. We're Looksmaxxing her. It's all good. Dr. Clav?
Fuck, that's starting to hurt, man. Let's do a little bit more. No contraction of the face. I know it hurts, but that means it's working. That's the only indication. You have to push past the pain. Look at me. I've been bone smashing for about 2 years, and I have gotten improvements. I used to have flat zygos pretty much, but bone smash for about 2 years from this point, pretty much every day consistently, and now I'm got some tissue.
So we have this pseudo alpha guru, or shall I say pseudo Looksmaxxing, whatever the fuck type nonsense guru here by the name of Clavicular, who has just turned 20 years old or is about to turn 20 years old sometime this month. And he claims that he is a image expert. Self-proclaimed Looksmaxxing expert, in which he is known to take Looksmaxxing down to the extreme. A lot of people actually may have just heard the guy due to the fact that he has mainly built a following on X, TikTok, Kick, Rumble, the whole 9 yards. He's been building up that Looksmaxxing profile by practicing extreme lengths just to make sure that his facial construct, his bodybuilding construct, basically finding any cheat code that he can, whether it's actually just smashing his space down to the bone to get like a certain structure, or getting himself hooked on crystal meth or liquid meth to make sure that he actually mainly stays form. And he also takes other like weight loss drugs He tends to OD on those weight loss drugs to make sure he cuts out his hunger, just to make sure that he maintains his frame. A lot of extreme shit, ladies and gentlemen. It is beyond insane down to the core. But what's more agonizing and what's more irate that could literally have anyone's blood boil is when you actually put drugs literally on a minor, on camera. Even if that girl is your girlfriend, right? She's still high school age. Keyword, camera, on social media, okay? Right in front of the public, which potentially either the feds are watching or literally local law enforcement can actually watch this and get him investigated criminally. You know what I'm saying? It is some evil stuff, and he is doing it right in front of young kids, young men, young boys, right? They're looking to seek another father figure due to the fact that they have very strict parents, and also they feel very deeply insecure about themselves due to the fact they don't fully deeply know who they are. So they try to look to the outside world on the internet for mainly guys trying to actually encourage themselves and boost their self-esteem up. And this is one of them right here. You know, this fool right here is extremely shallow-minded, okay? Thinking that looks are everything down to the T, and everybody's superficial, and you must be superficial in order to actually survive. I'm telling you guys right now, that is not how the real world works. Practicality. Yes, looks to a point may get you in the door, But at the end of the day, it's confidence, it is body of work, it is proof of work that's going to literally keep you in it, and that can actually literally help maintain your longevity. And I'm going to discuss that at the end of the video, and I believe I discussed it in a TikTok and a YouTube a while ago in regards to this Looksmaxxing ordeal, and I'm going to stress this out at the end of this. But we're going to actually dig deeper into this douchebag and his mindset. Yes, it's alleged that he has a girlfriend. Basically, like, what's going on? We're assuming that the young minor is his girlfriend. And this dude, on addition to that, he is also racist down to the core. You know what I'm saying? He has built his pseudoscientific language, and he basically rates, appearances, and he rates facial structures based on a Eurocentric standard of beauty.
The only streamer who's doing streams, the only competition I really see us having right now is Marlon. Even though we say he's boring, maybe he's not the most interesting guy, he's a fucking grinder. I think it's all normie Twitch garbage. But the guy's grinding, okay?
Low-key, you'd be pissed off someone mobbed you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah, but
let's be honest. Low-key, you're lying.
No, I get pissed, but at the end of the day, I just want to keep improving upon my own self. I don't care as much about other people. Well, it's like in the moment, I'd be like, ah, fuck, this guy mogs me. It's like I'm on a goal to improve myself.
Who's the guy that said you look like Sid from Ice Age? Oh, just some jester I saw in my mentions. I obviously had to say the N-word because of how ridiculous that was. And also, guys, just lol at the N-word, okay? The method is unpatched. Nobody gives a shit what you say anymore. So I saw like a dude call me out. He's like, oh, Clav, why do you gotta say the N-word? It's like, because it gets me views? Why would I not? Why would I not say it, okay? Like, I'm not really a hateful guy at all whatsoever. I'm just abusing an unpatched method.
Even will literally go so far as to literally put makeup on, literally put eyeliner underneath his eyes, literally have these eyelash colors, just to actually try and maintain his shape. He's actually getting himself so emboldened and literally getting himself so hooked on morphing his pace, so much so to the point where he's literally going to be end up actually enduring body dysmorphia when he enters his 30s and when he enters his 40s. You know what I'm saying? Very serious stuff. And on top of the drugs that he's dealing with, he's literally asking for a trip to the ER, definitely within a decade or two. God forbid he gets unalived, actually getting hooked on crystal meth, whatever it may be. His family members, God forbid, his relatives could literally burn him up 6 feet under while he's out resting cold in a cold box, no pulse whatsoever, and they dig him underneath. You know what I'm saying? This fuckface here is literally a hardcore racist. Down to the core. You've seen videos of clips where you see like a black Looksmaxxer, and he has mainly criticized him and actually gave him like a very, very low score based on assumed scientific practice, more so towards Eurocentric solid beauty. There's other clips of him on Kick and Rumble and on X really saying the N-word with the hard ER. I'm not going to be literally showing those videos up on YouTube. You can literally look it up. Definitely showing evidence of that, and there has been a clips of him literally saying in his own words on a private jet that non-white people are screwing America over. Okay? He is literally blatantly racist down to the T. He actually practices that culture of anti-black racism down to the T. That's like the worst part of all. That's how big of a douchebag he is. And he's literally out giving courses, pseudo courses, to mainly young kids. Mainly young boys and men. You know what I'm saying? And this is this is literally the fucking alpha guru that you trust right now. Don't believe me? Let's look.
What about bone smashing? Does one dude keep spamming that the whole time?
Bone smashing. Yeah, bone smashing is amazing. But
what is that?
So it's where you're going to punch yourself in the face. Like, so I know it sounds crazy, but just bear with me here. So you're going to brace your head and you punch yourself in the face.
You're joking, right?
No, I swear to God. Do you want to see pictures of me bone smashing? Like how it looks?
I believe you now, yeah. So wait,
okay.
How does it work?
So you're bracing yourself. You don't have to do it. And then you're hitting real hard. And what this is doing is this is creating microfractures. And according to Wolff's Law, the bone is going to grow back stronger. And not only that, but you're also getting a lot of inflammation and swelling. So it makes your cheekbones look a lot bigger. So you get like an acute boost before you go to the club.
Yeah.
It's fucking legit,
So it's just all these different things. It seems so autistic, but it has real logical use cases. So it's like if you could just separate like the autistic.
No, you're right. I'm laughing out of.
No. I think it's a fair reaction. And
it's what's the difference between that and going to the gym? You're going to the gym and you're breaking down your muscle to try to repair it. Yeah.
Real. It's just like how far are you willing to go?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Clavicular's own exclusive website in which he claims he evolved and maximized Looksmaxxing into his clavicular system, utilizing a self-proclaimed data-driven framework. Now, how is he able to mathematically try and gauge the scores of which facial recognition are the best according to him? And this is coming from somebody who has a background in engineering and mathematics. Advanced mathematics, all you young guns out there that do like advanced calculus, advanced engineering in college, graduate school mathematics, graduate level mathematics. This is somebody that has that type of background that understands data very, very, very well. And mind you, this deuce here is literally 20 years old, spewing this nonsense literally down to young men and boys. But let's see what this deuce has to say.
If you're tired of being invisible to women, tired of getting rejected, and tired of watching other guys who won the genetic...
And mind you, this is basically all about getting women. That's what he mainly bases stuff about on. It's mainly about getting women, okay? And you want to try and max everything you can just so you can try and get the top girl in the hopes that they attract you. It ain't about looks, dog. It's not always about looks all the time. And I say it before, it's confidence down the line at the end of the day. And if they reject you, oh fucking well. So be it. Let her be. Move on. Go on with your life. She's not the right fit for you. But let's continue.
Lottery, take what's yours, then pay attention. Because what I'm about to show you will completely transform your face.
Oh, God. So now you want to transform a face just because you want to try and get some white girl to actually just come by and literally bone you, whatever girl you have. Allegedly, based on the Eurocentric standards that you get. And I want you to actually look into the race of people that he's actually doing that to, ladies and gentlemen.
And physique in ways that you didn't even think were possible. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You have been lied to. They told you just be confident, just be yourself. Looks don't matter. But you...
Actually, they are right. They are 100% right. I would say looks matter to a point. But they are 100% right and they're literally spot on. But this fuckface here doesn't see it. And mind you, he is 20 years old. Okay? He hasn't even touched life yet. He's literally in the beginning of his life. And he hasn't even touched reality yet. He hasn't even hit into the real world. He hasn't even seen, places that are outside Miami. That's outside LA. And he lived in LA one time. He'd been in the Hollywood circles. Okay? He was dealing with bodybuilding parents, and more than likely he passed that racism down mainly to him because of that. Okay? But he ain't been in like the deep suburbs. He ain't been in rural areas. He ain't been in those small market cities like that. That's not reality. But let me start talking and let's actually continue what this deuce has to say.
You and I both know that's complete bullshit. You see it every day. Attractive men get treated differently.
God.
They get the girls, they get the respect, and they get the opportunities handed to them. While you get nothing. Here's what keeps you up at night.
And mind you, he's literally trying to sell a course, actually trying to make a profit off of young men's insecurity and young boys' insecurity. That's what he's looking to do.
Your life would be completely different if you just looked better. You wouldn't have to deal with rejection after rejection. You wouldn't have to watch women ignore you while they throw themselves at some guy who happens to have a better jawline. You're stuck in this...
Fuck them. At the end of the day, that woman is basically reflective of how superficial she really is at the end of the day. She does not fit your personality. Leave that woman alone. Let her be with her superficial self and let her be hollow at the end of the day. You dodged a bullet.
Nightmare where you're constantly being judged, constantly being overlooked, and constantly reminded that you don't measure up.
And the worst part is, every day that goes by, you're getting older. Your window is closing. And if you don't fix it now, you're gonna wake up 5 years from now in the exact same position or worse. Still invisible, still alone, still wondering where your life could have been if you had decided to take action. Maybe you've tried to fix this already. You've hit the gym, you've tried skincare routines, and you've watched 1,000 videos on mewing. But here's the problem. That stuff doesn't work fast enough, and most of it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, it's not instant. It's not supposed to be an instant process. It's supposed to be a slow, gradual process. It may take you months, it may take you years, but as long as you stay consistent, you know, before you know it, you'll be literally right there unbeknownst to your knowledge.
Sure, you can spend the next years of your life researching the perfect steroid and Looksmaxxing protocol.
Oh, God. Now we're talking steroids to like young kids. Oh, God, what a douchebag.
Worrying about side effects that are actually going to make you look worse. Or you could keep doing what you're doing and accept mediocrity for the rest of your life. But there is a third option. My name is Braden Peters, also known as Clavicular, and I've spent years mastering the science of male aesthetics. I'm talking about completely restructuring your facial aesthetics using pharmacology, extreme methods, and protocols people are too scared to even ask about. I've taken on guys who are skinny, low dimorphism, and completely overlooked by women, and turned them into jacked, high-value men who command respect the second they walk into a room. Here's what makes my system.
And this motherfucker be talking about high-value men, thinking he knows everything about high-value men. Again, this fucker is 20 years old. He don't know shit about high-value men. He really don't. He never really been in them circles like that. He out here posing as one, but he ain't one in real life.
Different. I'm not afraid to go where others won't. While every other Looksmaxxing coach is telling you to drink more water and do facial exercises, I'm willing to push you to do the methods that actually work. Steroids, pharmacology, extreme protocols.
Now, is he a licensed pharmaceutical? He has a degree in medicine now where he's able to deal with this. Has he been a licensed dermatologist? Is this dude board certified? Again, why in the fuck would you try and take advice from this guy who does not have a medical license, who's not medically licensed in the state that he's at, in Florida, who's not a licensed dermatologist, mind you, who doesn't even have a Form D degree, and he out here literally trying to give advice on how to actually use certain drugs to actually try and amplify your looks. He don't even know about that much about dermatology. He hadn't done any practice exams or any medical exams or did residency when it comes to actually dermatology and actually having patients with skin issues like eczema, itches, melanoma, when it comes to oncology. He ain't even actually done that much research. And you youngins out here that are buying and all hooked to this bullshit, okay? And it's complete bullshit, all right? You are putting your faith into some idiotic 20-year-old that does not thoroughly know shit about dermatology, that does not thoroughly know shit about medicine. 20 years old. Continue.
Here's the key. Most guys who do this on their own end up looking worse because they don't understand the complex nuances of these protocols.
But the more you get hooked on this BS and this drug stuff, you're going to be looking worse over time. In your 30s and your 40s, you continue to take unnecessary drugs without guidance from a primary care physician and a dermatologist. Okay, mind you, you don't even take that type of advice. You follow his advice blindly. Okay, you're gonna end up being in the ER very soon, or you could literally risk getting yourself melanoma. It's possible.
They didn't know how to mitigate side effects. They didn't know what compounds to stack, the timing, the dosages, what blood work do I need to get. That's where I come in. I give you the complete system, fully comprehensive, tailored to your genetics, your situation, and your goals. No guessing what to do next, no trial and error, no wasted time. I've already done this for dozens of men. Guys who came to me looking like boys and left looking like men. One client came to me super skinny, and within months, I completely transformed his facial structure, got him jacked, and got him high dimorphism. These aren't small changes, these are life-altering transformations. The kind that make women stop in their tracks, the kind that make other women respect.
But yet, I recently saw that yacht video, and many of the women that are up in that yacht weren't really all hooked in his looks myself at all. They were literally out here minding their own business, literally living their lives, not even focus on these Looksmaxxers way. We won't get to that next.
respect you, and the kind that give you the halo effect that you've been missing in life. Now guys, just imagine waking up 3 months from now and looking in the mirror. And instead of seeing the same average looking face looking back at you, you see a completely different person. Strong mandible, defined cheekbones, masculine features, and a body that commands respect. You walk outside and people notice you. Women smile at you. Conversations come easier.
Looks are just the ending, but if you're not confident with yourself to actually strike a conversation or even create or actually dig into certain topics based on an interest that you guys share, the conversation is not going to flow naturally either. That's what this deuce here, Clavicular, does not see and refuses to see.
Opportunities open up to you. You finally experience what it's like to live life on easy mode. No more rejection, no more being invisible, no more wondering what if. Now, I only work with guys who are serious. This is a premium one-on-one program. I'm going to personally work with you to design your complete transformation protocol. I won't be giving you cookie cutter plans or generic advice. What I will be giving you is a comprehensive system tailored specifically to you, including the extreme protocols that actually work, the exact protocols to avoid side effects, and the fastest path to actually ascending. But I only take on a handful of clients at a time because this level of transformation requires my full attention. So if you're ready to stop being overlooked, if you're ready to experience what attractive men experience every
And this is a hard sell to literally try to bait guys in so you can literally try to make racks off of you. They don't really change their side like that. They try to actually try and get you in a cell just so you can actually try and buy the product quickly. That's the game that these douchebags are doing. You know, they don't really take, these motherfuckers ain't really that serious at all.
Every day, and you're ready to do whatever it takes, no matter how extreme, then click the link below and let's talk. But don't wait, because spots are limited, and every day you wait, you're living as a version of yourself that you're disappointed in. Click the link now and let's get started with this transformation.
God. What a deuce. Now, the stuff that they actually mainly do, certain examples, and it's basically what you see here with the skin color. They are all white, so you already know how they will literally gauge based on his pseudoscience scale. This is some bullshit. This is some fucking insanity. Face map audit. And how are they going to score this? This is more like an Eurocentric stuff, but had he tested any algorithms or software algorithms in regards with these things? And even like deep learning models as well. Has he done any of these things? TensorFlow, Keras, those types of things. He literally try to map faces. Has he done those types of things? Has he done AI? Oh, protocol, posture, habit compliance, adjustments, face map, skin sag, jawline. This is some bullshit. And they say, oh, algorithm victim chase chance losing ground, new hack every week. Random skin that has no pH, blah, 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 blah. And let's go click on what this dude has to say, how much this deuce is saying. Now, they are saying all this stuff, and they want to claim the stuff, and they want to luck all that stuff. So I'm going to try and play this random and actually do like a test run and see what they have. Okay, blah, blah. I'm just having like a little test run here. We don't really know all that BS. You go through all that bullshit. So type in ice cream, do a little bit of trolling, and then blah blah blah. $1,000, $5,000, and that's what he's trying to fleece out of you, young men. Oh my, shoot! And then this is how these people bait you, man. This is how they bait you. You know, I'm not going to literally listen to all this freaking nonsense. This is how these fuckers bait you. For all this nonsense and all this crap. And they give you a scheduled time on when they're available. And this is how they do the 45-minute stuff. And this is how they make their profits. And they show you how they get their stuff in. And this is how they make their plans. Bright team comes in and this is how they give you the hard spot. They'll give you like about 4 digits worth of stuff that they have to pay just for you to actually go take your steroids and get yourself done. And mind you, he is not a board certified medical doctor. He is not a board certified dermatologist. He's not even a board certified pharmaceutical rep or pharmacist. Okay, you gonna believe this fuckface here? And mind you, this is the same fucker here that gave Neon skin lightning cream for him to literally wipe his face down just to think it's going to be more attractive to women. That's how warped and fucked up his mind is, man. He is literally demonic down to the core.
No worries. You ever bleach an asshole before you eat it?
What? No, that's crazy.
How does it look, Chad?
Yeah, let me take a look from the front. Looks good. All right, next side.
What are you doing?
I'm giving you hollow cheeks. All right, wait. So don't move. Just keep it still. Boom. A little bit more. Boom, boom, boom. Because we're giving your face angularity is what it's called.
Do you have my glasses on your chest?
Yeah.
Wow, bro. I feel like I'm your bitch.
All right, wait. Let me put the flash on the other side. So I can see? Like, put it here? No. Just gotta be able to see, make sure we're all good and blended.
Now, I will tell you guys the real truth. I don't know if I'm being a fucking snitch. I've never seen someone snort meth. Ever in real life. I literally witnessed Clav snort meth. Literally. Witnessed it. And I didn't know how to feel. I did not know how to feel. I've never seen that ever. Dude, you did it too. You guys are so retarded. Dude, I'm not joking when I tell you guys, bro. Me, Cuffham, and Citrus were just laughing for like 20 minutes, bro. Like, bro. Like, I swear to God, bro, I've never seen someone tweak off meth, like, in person, chat.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we are seeing here is an extreme case of Looksmaxxing, and if you want to try and trace the origins back to Looksmaxxing, it mainly stems from the black pill. You know, the pseudo black pill community, if you will, basically stating that if you don't have great genes, if you don't have great features, or if you don't have any attractions, women are not going to follow you. You're a loser. You're lame. You're going to be a lame for the rest of your life. And you're going to stay up in there until you go to extremes. Just break in. That's the mindset of the black pill. All this silly pill bullshit that you actually mainly see going on, you're seeing an extreme case of it with this fuckface clavicular, whoever it is, Braden Peters, whoever the heck he is, clavicular here, that would take a hammer like this, okay, and start smashing into the face, putting himself in pain, literally wrecking his jawline, just to try and get a certain aesthetic. But unbeknownst to him, and mind you, he's 20 years old, folks that have his mindset saying that the features ain't really good enough to they like and not really being fully comfortable where they are deeply insecure in themselves. They can continue down that rabbit line pipe hole of getting surgeries, you know, having physical deformities in their brain. They're going to go into a phase into body dysmorphia. Add the drugs into the equation, right? Add the prescriptions, the illegal prescriptions, mind you, the steroids, the injections. And all that gets stuck in your body and stuck in your face for years. Not only are you going to have a deformed face literally years from now, and mind you, he's been taking them even before puberty, you're going to have like a very, very deformed body. He's going to have a very, very deformed body as he grows older. And not only that, when you take this risk, you shorten your lifespan mainly in the process. And to add to that, with his Richter scale, it's definitely based on like a Eurocentric standard, and he's out here literally forcing non-whites to take skin lightening cream in his mind so they can try and get the most feasible, attractive, maybe white women, whatever woman it is, in his distorted mind, he feels it's the best way to go, while that's literally far from reality. And also this just shows you that he's practicing his culture of anti-black or anti-non-white racism. Plus, he has no medical license. He has no pharmacy license. So why did you believe him again? is this your motherfucking pseudo guru? And yeah, he's probably gonna have the argument saying, hey, I'm worth $1 million. I make millions of dollars doing all this stuff. Yeah, that's true. But you're making millions of dollars really fleecing off hundreds of thousands of men on your bullshit off of your scam. That's what's getting you. That's what you got right now. While me, although I'm not perfect, and I admit I have like some ways to go mentally, why would he even have the nerve to literally deform my face or deform my look just to try to really get a job, to appease to some folks that don't even give two shits about me? Why? And I know some of y'all are actually just literally hardcore clavicular fans right now that actually try and go at me saying, how dare you actually try and speak on, you know, our faithful here, you know what I mean, while you ain't even have your life fully all set up. But he is literally going to take you down an extremely dangerous and deadly path if you allow it. Mind you, some of these extreme surgeries that he's literally trying to get, they're not quick healers. They do take a while for you to actually recover. And also, mind you, you may not even get the same shape back as you did once before if you choose to do limb lengthening surgery. You have to actually first have to heal the bones, and then you have to make sure you get the proper tissue to make sure it actually formally grows properly. Otherwise, you are 100% screwed. For example, right? You know, you actually going with his advice, actually taking meth is going to be like some criminal or even medical issues that you're literally going to be dealing with mainly down the line if you actually take that path. Other illegal drugs is going to literally just hamper down that same path, either unaliving or jail. And you know the crazy part about this whole Looksmaxxing stuff, ladies and gentlemen? Many of these extreme Looksmaxxers, you know, they want to try to feminize themselves, putting makeup on, but they doing all of that Looksmaxxing stuff like as a form of bodybuilding, not really to impress women, but primarily impress other men within that community. That's what I'm definitely observing in regards with this. And you see even in the clips and in the videos with Clavicular and these pseudo Looksmaxxing gurus, they don't even come up in here and actually just speak confidence, even start a conversation with women. You see Clavicular with it like his hands crossed, mainly back while he's talking, having space, not even getting too close with them, not even actually discuss with them, even having like a discreet conversation with these women. And you have one of Clavicular's friends or cronies here asking a woman that he had just met to literally smell his armpit. How weird and insane can you be while doing that? And these are the pseudo gurus that you mainly look up to. I just don't fucking get it. But, you know, this is what happens when extreme insecurity is mainly on the rise, especially with social media mainly amplifying that insecurity. Because when you see young kids and young men that are looking for extreme diets just because they have some deep flaws that they deal with behind the scenes and they want that quick fix, and they see this, it can literally get them into the right path. And this is what really extremely makes me upset, ladies and gentlemen. And forgive me for using too much profanity, but just feel my frustration in regards with this. It's just angersome that this stuff has been spread to young innocent kids, young innocent boys that are trying to figure out who they are and want to try and live life and just want to try and just grow up naturally. It's beyond ridiculous to me.
Yo, let's both give him a kiss on the cheek.
What the fuck? Wait, you're looking sick, Braden.
Juicy!
That was so gay.
Yo, bro.
3, 2, 1.
This looks fucking crazy.
Yo, bro.
Give me a phone.
No.
She got 3.5. Why and how can she improve?
Well, her mid face is way too long. Obviously, she's got the jowls coming in, horrible nasolabial folds. You know, horrible total facial width to height ratio. Just really bad age indicators, but obviously at 30, that's not something really that's going to surprise me. Her upper maxilla is super recessed, horrible infraorbitals. That's why your under eyes are coming in like hell. Really recessed chin. You know, all the facial convexities are wrong. Her radix is recessed. Moving on. Okay, well, how much time do we have on the podcast?
No, it's okay. Go, bro.
Okay, we've got an enlarged alar waist.
Now, to the young boys that are actually currently watching this video, if you choose to watch this video, and definitely to some gentlemen that have some deep insecurities as well in regards to what's been going on with the Looksmaxxing situation, I feel you. I understand you. I cannot imagine what you're dealing with and what your internal issues are, especially when you're at that young age, especially high school age, especially teenage age, especially when you're up in your college years. I can relate because I was once up in your shoes when I was in your position. I understand you were taught by this deuce here that looks are everything just for you to actually get ahead in life. Yes, looks can get you basically in the door, but they are not the end all be all. Yes, there is a thing with Looksmaxxing and the basic Looksmaxxing when they deal with like your wardrobe, grooming, trying to take care of your skin, trying to take care of your face. Sometimes actually taking care of your hair, making sure you smell good, making sure you smell clean. Sometimes putting on cologne. That's understandable. I fully understand that. You know what I mean? I have no issues or no problems dealing with these things. But that's another when you're actually trying to utilize this stuff, even trying to go to extremes, just to literally kiss ass to somebody that really doesn't give a fuck about you. And even if you have the attractive looks, even if you Looksmaxx to the best of your ability, rejection is still there. You could still be rejected by some women. You could still be rejected by corporations or companies if you're looking for a job, or any other clients or any other partners that you're looking to do business with. Because at the end of the day, it's not really just about the looks. It's the mindset of that particular person. It is the mindset of that particular company. Now, there are people that have not Looksmaxxed or probably may have looked worse than Clavicular or all these other dudes that have model features, but yet they come in with confidence. They come in literally striking conversations, trying to know who the people are. They want to try and create a synergistic energy around the aura that they in. It's actually created like a welcoming environment to folks. Creating conversation, creating fun. And if they vibe to it, that's great. If they don't vibe to it, oh well, they lost their problem. And they get rejected and they move on and they find other people that will definitely still welcome them because they view it as their loss and their problem. And say you're a person of a different race, right? And you're doing all the Looksmaxxing that's still there. They'd still reject you. They'll still find a way to actually get you going, or they'll still be catty towards you because they never really wanted you there in the first place either. What I'm saying to you guys is it's not mainly about looks. Looks may be the answers to get you in, but confidence at the end of the day is the legitimate sealer when it's all said and done. If you are not confident in yourself, if you don't have enough self-worth to know about what your strengths are and what your flaws are, what you can do and what you cannot do, and be at peace with that and understand what you can do to get better, but also understand your capabilities on what you can bring and what you can do, right? Those insecurities are still going to form. You know what I'm saying? Clavicular here is literally 20 years old with a lot of life left. Now, he could have been a model, and if he treated people respectfully, and he actually just did things the right way, actually got himself in good shape, make sure he stays healthy, make sure he frequently exercises, he could have actually been like a legitimate model. But because he takes all these extremes, literally takes all of these meds pre-puberty to try to actually speed up the process, things aren't going to be looking great for him literally decades down the line, given his moves and given his process. And not only that, he has an obsession with body deformity down the line, especially with his face. You have to make sure you know the purpose actually being confident in what you do, but you have to build it. You have to develop your skills. You have to try and make sure that you know your self-worth. Do the best you can in the skills that you develop, especially with your social skills when you speak to people. Go to more networking events to actually speak to more people. Find some stuff that you love to do. Find some stuff that you enjoy doing. and go out and literally speak to people, okay? The majority of women aren't going to be attracted to you for whatever reason. When what they decide, it's their lesser problem. The number one thing that you must do as a man is to literally embrace rejection and know that what one woman won't do, another woman will. Guaranteed. Another woman will fill that role for you and will be willing to be patient with you as long as you continue to improve, which is the number one thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that mindset in your head that somebody's going to really want me for me and welcome me for me. And it's not just going to be limited to women. It can also be limited to jobs. It can also limit to business prospects. It can also definitely be limited to like content creative prospects as well, or even with other friends also. You need to have that mindset. And definitely you want to try and make sure you actually calm your mindset down and make sure that everything is well balanced by frequently going to the gym. Not just primarily for like physical looks, which are a plus, but primarily for your mental state and your mental health. If things get a little bit crazy, definitely go seek a mental health specialist, a professional one at that. Insurance permitting, or if you're able to afford one, definitely seek one. That's also a huge plus as well. Go seek with other men's groups that are very practical, that could definitely help you along your road if you want to try and choose to actually go that route. Or if you want to try and go like the so and actually try and improve alone, there's nothing wrong with that as well. You know what I'm saying? Dudes literally think he's 20 years old and he thinks he knows everything. I'm 34, about to be 35, and I still don't know shit. I have a lot more stuff that I need to learn, even though I'm much more wiser than Clavicular, right? I still have a lot more to learn, given the experience I haven't even seen as of yet, given some stuff in my personal life. Once you are confident with your own personal skin, and you know what you can do, and you've been through a lot of hurdles, and you've actually gone to the hurdles, and rejection is basically like a thick skin too, like, they don't want me, all right, they don't want me, I don't want them. That type of mindset, you already know you're on a great start to actually try and being the best man they could definitely be to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? You could literally tackle anything that could literally come up in your way as a result of that. So I do want to actually try and leave this off with this. When you have somebody that's definitely down, when we have a young boy or a young man that barely has enough self-worth or confidence, or barely has any experience, or has a deep lack of experience, he tends to be very vulnerable to scams, predatory scams, scams from other insiders. He's vulnerable to poisonous ideologies. He's vulnerable to like poisonous rhetoric that comes in his way, just because he's in a deep state of depression. He's trying to find anything he can to actually trying to mainly get himself out. That was me 5-6 years ago. I know what the feeling is like. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to try and get out the best way you can and try and really elevate your stuff. And sometimes you forget to actually not do due diligence on who the people that you're mainly dealing with. And I do want to actually end off with this. Make sure you please thoroughly vet your idols down to to see who they actually are, and see if they are a legitimate fit to you. See if they are genuine based on what they say, and if they are not, you let their ass go. You get their ass go and literally get to stepping and get to packing, because at the end of the day, those are the ones that are gonna literally derail your life down the line moving forward. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Chris Paul from Nerd Chronicles is signing out. Please don't be falling for that pseudo alpha guru nonsense, that pseudo pill bullshit.
For pre-workout, I have a grill of mine, and I haven't seen you for a little bit. What do you have for pre-workout?
Just a little bit of Kickstarter, if you know what I mean.
No, bro, you're not serious.
Yeah.
You use that for pre-workout?
Yeah.
And how does that feel?
Dude, honestly, it feels amazing. It's a little bit vasoconstrictive, but if I really want to fucking dial in and work out, it's an absolute go-to.
Are you not concerned you'll die?
Honestly, I'm just trying to get this fucking pump in. I'm not really concerned about that.
If you fucking die, I want it on record. It's not my bad. I don't condone that.
Okay. I gotta rip a bathroom break before my set, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
You know? So, what do you think about that?
I'm honestly nervous for you, but
You're nervous for me?
I'm not gonna tell you what to do. So you better hit fucking 225. Don't rip a bathroom break and tell me you gotta bring the weight down.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's
I'm already breaking a sweat. This ain't good. We actually gotta start working out again consistently. This is fucked.